Hello everybody and welcome to the Pocono Raceway for the 15th race of our 2004 and our 2003 season. As we get ready to get underway here in Pocono, Kurt Busch starts on the front row alongside the 24 of Jeff Gordon. As the green flag's out, we are underway here in Pocono. As Terry Labonte swept Pocono last season, winning both races. See if he can do it again here and make it 3 in a row. Right now, Kurt Busch looking for his second win of the year. Jeff Gordon looking for his first and second. They got Johnson in third, Labonte in fourth, Mayfield fifth, Earnhardt in sixth. As everyone goes barreling down into turn one for the first time today here in Pocono. Going through the corner, 3 wide throughout the pack. Some great racing so far to start this race. And it's right behind us. There's some contact going on back there. Something went on back there, and there's a car that looks like is off. As we go back and see, that is going to be the 32 of Ricky Craven has gone around. And that'll be the first caution of the day here on lap 1 as Ricky Craven gets turned around off of the bumper of Kyle Petty. Craven gets sent spinning down to the inside here. And so Craven goes around, and his tough season will continue here at Pocono as he gets hit by Kyle Petty. Craven goes spinning through the grass. Everyone else continues on as they were up ahead of him. So Craven around as we work our way now through turn 2, heading into turn 3 here in Pocono. Everyone seems to be organized. But there's some contact. There goes Bobby Labonte around, mirrors into the wall. We got cars going everywhere. It's the big one here at Pocono. Cars are slamming into cars upside down, flying through the air. Ken Schrader and Derek Cope go barrel rolling into turn 3. One of the wildest crashes we have ever seen here at Pocono. Oh my goodness. LePage up and over, Schrader flipping, Cope in the air. A wild crash. How did this even happen? How does this all start? All of a sudden Pocono has become insanely chaotic. As you see here, Bobby Labonte gets clipped by Dale Jr., turned off of the 41 of Casey Mears. Labonte goes spinning down the track here. He saves it. He's fine. And then Mears Vickers, and I believe that is Jeff Green on the outside while everyone's slamming into cars. And then Schrader gets turned right in the path of Cope. Arca braked by LePage, Gone, and Kyle Petty in a hard crash. Morgan Shepherd is also involved. Matt Kenseth, Kirk Shelmerdine is in it. Ward Burton just gets collected at the back end of it there. Head on into Derek Cope's machine. A lot of cars we've taken out of the race up to this one. And we have a lot of onboard cameras to break down what has happened here. I mean, this was insanity. So here we're going to go full speed. Eventually, Labonte gets just cleaned out right there. Then up the track, the 41 and the 43 go. Cars are going everywhere. And see right there when the ARCA brakes started. I mean, the amount of air that the 50 and the 4 got right there is insane. Scott Wimmer got landed on as well, but they went flying through the air for Derek Cope and Kevin LePage. One of the wildest crashes we have ever seen here at Pocono. LePage absolutely drilled, goes barrel rolling end over end. And that car is destroyed. What a hellacious crash here in Pocono, involving at least 15 to 20 cars in this one. A lot of the back half of the field gets cleaned out in this one. Still, many of our contenders are still in it. And you see Ryan Newman got slammed in the back of someone there, and Newman's car is destroyed. He's been very good here at Pocono the last couple of seasons. That car now absolutely ruined. Tough break for him, and I'm going to get back another replay. This we're going to go on board in this crash with the 41 of Casey Mears. He gets hit off of Bobby Labonte right there, and then he gets turned back up into Jeff Green and Greg Biffle. And here comes everyone else, and watch the cars just go flying in front of him right there. Oh my goodness. What a view from Casey Mears' machine right there. See Schrader rolling up and over end, barrel rolling. Now we go on board with the Schrader and watch this wild ride. That was a tough one there for Schrader. One of the wildest flips seen in a long time. Now we're going to, I believe, catch on board of somebody else here. We're going to figure out maybe Bobby Labonte maybe. No, we're going to go on board the 0 of Ward Burton here. See, this gets clipped right there. Turned around to the outside by Michael Waltrip and them. And then he saves it. And then Cope comes right up in front of him. Too late. Head-on collision for Burton. He is destroyed. Now we're going to go on board with Cope. And be prepared, folks. This is going to be a wild one. So just the air time he got when he absolutely drilled from behind is absurd. I'm going to try to find onboard camera for the 18 and Bobby Labonte, the first guy who got turned around. So we're going to go to Labonte's onboard here as he got sent spinning. So here he actually got lucky that he got sent spinning here. So right here on the corner, he gets clipped, turned around. That helps him avoid getting hit by anybody else. He's going to be able to continue on just fine. Everyone else is completely destroyed. He's just going to continue on into the corner here perfectly fine. And a lot of cars are barrel rolling, including Kevin LePage. We're going to go to the Kevin LePage's onboard camera, and everyone just be ready. It's going to be a wild flip. Wow, that was insane. That flip right there by Kevin LePage. Hope he is okay. That was a wild one. Now we're going to get the final look at this incident from Casey Mears, I believe. Of course, it's going to start by Labonte getting clipped by Earnhardt, was the one who actually started it, turning Labonte around. And then Mears back into the pack, and then the rest is history. And back here, Ryan Newman slammed into the back of Jeff Burton coming out of turn 3. Meanwhile, back at the front, it's Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch in the lead as we are back here in the Pocono 500. Getting back underway, the Pocono Raceway here on lap number 6 after all that opening lap chaos with the cars slipping, cars destroyed, already down to 33 cars in this race. Some playoff contenders like Brian Vickers out of this race. Vickers could not afford that. He was one of the top guys above the cut line in points. That gap is going to shrink big time here after this race as he's going to try to hang on to fight for his playoff life. But at the front, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson battling for the lead. Jimmy Johnson will take the lead away down the back stretch here at Pocono. Johnson trying to get win number 2 on the season to back up that Richmond win a few episodes ago. Mayfield running in second, trying to chase him down here. Mayfield trying to break a 141 race winless streak. He's not won since 2000 at where else? Pocono Raceway was where Mayfield last won in June of 2000. Trying to change that here today, but is Jimmy Johnson leading the way here, trying to drive away with it here in Pocono. Having a very strong car today. Looks to be the man to beat so far, but Mayfield has a good car as well. Johnson will lead here early on lap number 7. As we look here throughout the pack, a lot of cars with no hoods back there. Newman, Bodine, some other cars still hanging in there, trying to get to the finish of this race. You know, after a wild opening lap, everyone's, you know, kind of settled down a little bit, just trying to avoid completely crashing. Now the best battle on the track right now is for third between Kurt Busch and Robbie Gordon. Kurt Busch, your Texas winner. Robbie Gordon still trying to find a way to get that first win of the season. He won twice last season, made it all the way to the round of 8, had a pretty solid run there, trying to repeat that again this season, maybe go one step further. We'll see behind him. Earnhardt Jr. has had a very, very strong season here up to this point. But at the front is still Jimmy Johnson driving away from Jeremy Mayfield with the race lead here in Pocono. Mayfield, though, closing in on the exit of turn 3. Big run by Mayfield. He swings to the inside, but Jimmy Johnson will still lead 8 laps in here at Pocono. And now we move to a caution that's coming on lap 45, and the 48 is out of the race. Jimmy Johnson, your leader. He was dominating the first stage of this race, and Johnson DNFs in a heartbreaking turn of events. He will be out of this race, as well as Ward Burton, leaving us 31 in this race as Johnson falls, handing the lead over to Mayfield, still trying to break that 141 race winless streak. Gordon on the inside of Mayfield. Gordon trying to get back in the playoffs for the 3rd consecutive season and be in the race for the championship. As of course last season he won 5 times, made it to the championship 4, was finished 2nd in the championship, nearly pulled it off, trying to get it done here, but has been winless so far this season, is currently in on points, but so is Mayfield. But both cannot afford to really go on without winning the next couple of races. At the pace we're getting winners here these last couple of seasons is going crazy. So at the front is Mayfield and Gordon battling for the lead. Kurt Busch has dropped back around midfield, but still heartbreak for Jimmy Johnson being knocked out of the race. So this 48 car was fast. Back at the front it is Jeremy Mayfield leading here at Pocono over Jeff Gordon. Now we move on to the last lap of stage 1. Is now Terry Labonte, who is taking the lead, looking for his 3rd straight Pocono win. That would be something to behold. Behind him, Gordon and Labonte and his brother Bobby Labonte are battling for 2nd. Mayfield lurking back and forth, and Terry Labonte looks to drive away with stage 1 here in Pocono, get his first stage victory of the season as he comes thundering down the back straight away. Labonte leading Gordon 2nd, Bobby Labonte 3rd, Mayfield 4th, going down the back stretch for the final time this opening stage. Hendrick 1, 2, both still doing well after Jimmy Johnson went down. Terry leading, Gordon in 2nd, Labonte runs third. Mayfield running fourth, trying to get around Bobby Labonte there right at the end of it. Looks like Terry's going to have this one, though. Jeff Gordon's going to have one last shot to send it into turn 3 here. But I don't think he's going to get the momentum. He's waiting for Ricky Rudd to cross the line here to toss the yellow command, which we will do now. And back to the start-finish line. Terry Labonte will hold on to win Stage 1 here at Pocono. His first Stage win of the season. Gordon second, Bobby Labonte third, Mayfield fourth, Kane fifth, Junior sixth, Robbie Gordon 7th, Nemechek 8th, Sadler 9th, and Kurt Busch under your top 10 Stage 1. So your Stage 1 winner is Terry Labonte here at Pocono. And now back underway in Stage 2 on lap number 65. It is going to be Bobby Labonte now restarting in the race lead to begin this second stage of racing. He's got the lap cars of Mark Martin and Ryan Newman, who's heavily damaged in front of him. Both guys trying to get back into this race, back on the lead lap. Lap cars everywhere. Going to be a wild restart here. Labonte, Newman going a little bit wide. Bobby Labonte gets underneath him because there's some contact being made, and around goes Newman. He gets turned into the outside wall by Labonte, and Newman is done after that. Your leader survives, and now a huge crash breaking out of turn 1. A ton of cars involved. Sauter, Stewart. That is Robbie Gordon, Kane, Sadler, Kurt Busch, all collected in this Mears as well. And the huge one has erupted here in Pocono again. 2 big ones today in a wild, wild Pocono race. Uncharacteristic of this track the last couple of seasons. All of a sudden, all hell is starting to break loose. As you see, absolute mayhem. See up there, Newman got turned by Labonte hard into the wall. Then everyone's trying to merge back on the track. And Todd Bodine turns Sauter right up into Terry Labonte Stewart and just causes this huge crash. So Terry Labonte has heavy back bumper damage. Your Stage 1 winner. So costly there. And see Kane, Sadler, Mears, and Kurt Busch will get back going after Robbie Gordon DNFs. But Tony Stewart is done for the day. A lot of good cars taken out in this one. Dale Jarrett's heavily damaged and off the pace. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon trying to get through all this traffic. He survived somehow unscathed, as did Mayfield. Back at the front, it will still be Bobby Labonte leading, but a whole host of cars has got themselves back in the game on the lead lap. Waltrip, Burton, Wallace, Martin, and McMurray. But Bobby Labonte will be scored the leader. Now we get back underway on lap 103 after all that chaos. Officially out of the race now is Stewart, Robbie Gordon, McMurray, Sauter, Jarrett. Bobby Labonte, shockingly, actually DNF'd right there. So he is out as well, leaving just 24 cars in this race. And guess who's leading? The number 24 of Jeff Gordon is leading. Mayfield fighting Earnhardt Jr. for second. Whoa, 3 wide back there. Some tight squeezing going on right here at Pocono. Aggression really at an all-time high for the Pocono racers recently. And there goes Craven to the outside wall. More trouble. Craven goes around. More cars being collected. That's Kurt Busch, Terry Labonte to the wall. Kenseth, Burton, Roush Racing absolutely decimated in this crash. 3 of their cars involved with Kenseth, Kurt Busch, and Burton, and then Rudd, Terry Labonte, and Craven involved as well. Our 6th caution of the day. Starting to quickly turn into a wreck fest here in Pocono. And see, Kurt Busch went down, turned Craven up the track right there, slammed Kane in the wall. And then Kurt Busch goes around. He's spinning down, gets drilled by Kirk Shelmerdine right there. Biffle gets a little bit of Craven. And Craven gets drilled by Terry Labonte up into Kenseth. Rudd into the wall. Jeff Burton slams the 17. They all go spinning down the racetrack. And, of course, the big one strikes here in Pocono. Once again, another crash down this back straight. We're starting to whittle down how many cars we have left in this race after all this chaos. Roush Racing completely ruined after the dominant performance in Dover. See, after that, Kurt Busch just turns into Kenseth, just to make it from bad to worse. Both those guys completely destroyed. Back at the front of the field, the cars at the front of this thing leading Jeff Gordon in first, Jeremy Mayfield in second, both trying to be first-time winners this season and get into the playoffs. Mayfield, 141 race winless streak. Gordon, less than a full season since he's last won. Both trying to turn that around here today at Pocono. Gordon in the lead, back underway now on lap 108. Officially out now is Kenseth, Rudd, Kurt Busch, and Terry Labonte after that crash. Your Stage 1 winner, Terry Labonte, is out. But it is Mayfield in the lead, trying to get his first stage win of the season. And for him, hopefully his first victory of the season. If you get a new winner, that'll be our 12th different winner this season, starting to really fill up those playoff spots. Points coming out of premium now, and especially wins. But Mayfield now just driving away from Joe Nemechek. You can tell Mayfield has a damn good car today. Oh, there's some contact. There goes Kevin Harvick into the wall. Oh, he saved it. What a save by Mark Martin and Kevin Harvick. Almost wrecked. They save it. We stay green. 3 wide in the corner. Jeff Gordon, look out. One of the top cars of the day almost got involved in that. Gordon stays alive, but Martin, Earnhardt Jr., and Harvick, big damage from that incident right there. This race is something else, man. These guys are going crazy. So now Mayfield continues to lead. Nemechek second, Riggs third, Biffle fourth, and now we move on to the last lap of stage one. Is Mayfield leading? Jeff Gordon has found his way back up to second now, trying to chase down Mayfield, but it seems Mayfield has the best car on the racetrack right now and is damn near unstoppable from winning this race now that Jimmy Johnson got knocked out, as he was faster than Mayfield earlier in the day. But now it is Mayfield who has the advantage and is just driving away with this one here in Pocono. It's been his best season up to this point. He's continually improved ever since he left Penske here to join Evernham Dodge. Each of the last few seasons he has done well. And now he's trying to find his way to get this stage win here down the straightaway heading into turn 3 for the final time in this stage here at Pocono. The lap car he's chasing is Shelmerdine in the 72. And as they get back to the start-finish line, Jeremy Mayfield will win stage 2 here at Pocono, his first stage win of the season. Jeff Gordon will come home in second. Joe Nemechek comes through in third. Then you're going to have Casey Mears in fourth, Scott Riggs in fifth, Kane in sixth, and then it will be Biffle seventh, Sadler eighth. Coming home to take ninth will be the one of John Andretti, and then Rusty Wallace rounds out your top 10. So Mayfield, your stage 2 winner here in Pocono. Now we move on to just 11 to go. Now coming to just 10 laps to go in Pocono. It is down to Mayfield versus Gordon for the victory. Lap traffic ahead. Wimmer and Bodine. Who will negotiate better? Mayfield going to the inside here is Scott Wimmer. Gordon decides to go the outside lane here at the last second going into turn 1. Mayfield clear, and there's contact with Jeff Gordon, and Gordon is into the wall. Gordon, your second place runner, gets put in the wall by Scott Wimmer. A lapper with 10 to go. A huge damage on the right side of Jeff Gordon's car, and that could be the race right there. Gordon was right on the back of Mayfield. He went to the high side of Wimmer. Wimmer decided to go up the track, put Jeff Gordon into the wall, kept him in there. Gordon was in the wall for a long time, and big damage to the quarter panel of Gordon. So later that lap, Mayfield still leading, but Gordon has managed to track him down, negotiates Bodine quickly. Gordon trying to close the gap here and stay in this race versus Mayfield. Somehow a miracle, still being this close after fencing it in turn 1. You can see the damage from Mayfield narrowly holding off Gordon for the lead with just 9 laps to go here in Pocono. And now later coming to just 7 to go, coming up on the lap car of Harvick. Mayfield gets blocked behind Harvick. Gordon to the inside here. Gordon trying to take the lead away with 7 to go. What a battle we are seeing between Mayfield and Gordon here in Pocono. Gordon now takes the lead into turn 1. What a comeback. After getting put in the wall by a lap car, Gordon is now taking the lead away from Mayfield, but Mayfield right on the back bumper, going for the crossover now. He's going to go to the turn 2 now through turn 1 down this long pond straightaway here. Mayfield right on Jeff Gordon's back bumper, and it looks like he's going to try to pull to the inside here, going to turn 2, and he will. Mayfield to the inside, moves Gordon up to the high side of the racetrack. An incredible battle between two of the best in the business here at Pocono. Gordon goes wide. He has to lift, allows Mayfield to stay on the inside lane, and into turn 3. Mayfield will take that momentum and run with it as Jeremy Mayfield now clear of Jeff Gordon for the lead, coming to just 6 laps to go in Pocono. What a battle we are seeing between Mayfield and Gordon. Mayfield in the lead, and now down to 3 to go in the race. Mayfield's now extended that lead to almost a second, and Jeff Gordon's coming down pit road. The damage too much to sustain, and Gordon is in, and that will be it for his hopes of winning this race. 2 to go. Jeremy Mayfield has this one now in the bag with a 15-second lead over Elliott Sadler. And looks like Mayfield will finally snap that 141 race winless streak and be into the playoffs for the first time with a victory here in Pocono. He has fought so hard for the last 3 seasons trying to get a win, has not been able to do it. He's been so close, and today might finally be his day. And it will be his 4th career victory here at Pocono, really starting to rack up the wins. As Mayfield now coming to take the white flag, this time by Gordon. That damage racing the lap car Wimmer was just too much to overcome. Force him to come down pit road, get repairs, fill up with fuel, and put an end to his run today. And now a white flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank for Jeremy Mayfield here in Pocono, looking to get the win and finally be in contention for the playoffs. That 19 car for Evernham has struggled year after year after year until finally in 2004 it is going to find itself in victory lane. Both Evernham cars doing a great job this season. Casey Kane, the rookie, has done a whale of a job leading good laps. Hasn't got the finishes he's wanted, but has led some laps. And, of course, is trying to find his way in the playoffs. He's currently running in 4th right now, having a season best, well, one of his best runs of the season. Not quite the second he had in Vegas, but now Mayfield goes through turn 2 for the final time. And looks like he's going to get the win. Mayfield, a dominating final half of the race performance, switching in between him and Jeff Gordon. We're just going back and forth, and he outdueled one of the best in the business. And Jeff Gordon out of turn 3. Jeremy Mayfield will break the 141 race winless streak. Mayfield wins at Pocono. He is into the playoffs, and he has finally won once again here in the Cup Series. Mayfield, your Pocono race winner. And out of turn 4, your runner-up is going to be Joe Nemechek in the 0-1 for an incredible finish. Elliott Sadler 3rd, Casey Kane 4th. Right here to round out your top 5 is going to be the 16 of Greg Biffle, having a very solid run here at Pocono. Then here comes Scott Riggs to bring home 6th place. Good run for him. And then all the way back here is currently scored in 7th place, Jeff Gordon, still on the lead lap, trying to hold off Earnhardt, who runs in 8th. And Jeff Gordon will come home in a very disappointing 7th after being right in the mix for the win. Earnhardt Jr. comes home in 8th. Rusty comes home in 9th. And then, of course, John Andretti a lap down in 10th. But Mayfield gets the win into the playoffs, and the winless streak is over. And you see the final race results on the left side of your screen and the long list of DNFs. And we see the updated playoff grid momentarily. Now look at the updated playoff grid. Mayfield jumps all the way up to 8th on the leaderboard this first win of the season. He is now our 12th different winner. So these spots starting to fill up in the playoffs. 4 drivers currently in on points. Jeff Gordon, after a strong run, plus 49 above the cut line. Biffle, plus 28, having a great season. Vickers and Riggs, both tied for 15th, 14 points above the cut line. And Matt Kenseth has now fallen out by 14. Nemechek out by 23. Bobby Labonte out by 38. Jarrett out by 53. And Kane out by 56. So until next episode at Michigan, I hope you all have a good one.